let's go over that. What we had was a very early warning by uh, uh, space scientist Dr. Werner von Braun on his deathbed, communicated through Dr. Carol Rosin uh, that that the fourth card, after the collapse of the war on terror and the false war against the asteroids, would be a false flag extraterrestrial war to try and keep the militarization of the planet going, the weaponization of space, all of the war agendas going here, and kind of those are the symptoms of the great reptilian occupation of the planet. And we see things like even Paul Krugman, the economist, saying what we need is a false flag ET invasion to get the economy going again. We have, as you mentioned, all sorts of motion pictures based on a longer academic report, which is, let's get the academic report to tell us why we should go to war. So why is it that the Andromeda Council has communicated to you to say that we are not going to have a false flag attack? What is it that they have said, and what reasons have they given that the false flag attack is not going to take place?
In general, what they have said is we are absolutely prepared. We beat them in space. We are cleaning up the planet. And any possible coordinated false flag or fake attack, any possible fake attack, we're ready for it. And we'll shut this thing down faster than they can blink their eyes. They being the bad guys. We're just not going. We're not going to let it. We're not going to allow it. We're not going to let it happen.
Now, in conjunction with this, there's the whole question of increased UFO sightings around the world. Some people say that they're holographic projections, some portion of them. Some people say that some portion of actual craft are, in fact, belong to the good guys, some to the bad guys, some to the U.S., rather to the earthly cabal-based stuff. And that some of this might be leading up to trying to prepare the people of Earth for a forthcoming, quote, false flag invasion. Could you lead us through the information that the Andromeda Council has told you about this?
Sure. I asked them about a particular set of sightings and the high frequency, the density of sightings over a certain city in the U.S. And here was their explanation, and I'll break it down in percentages. They said, what they're trying to do is put on a visual display, no different than the kind of impact that movies make. Movies are a visual medium. We go to a movie theater, we see a movie, and it puts a visual imprint on us.
Now, so sorry, who are the they in this sentence?
The they is the remaining grays or reptilians who are basically stuck here on Earth.
Okay.
They're in coordinating a possible attack or coordinating what's been called a fake attack or a false flag attack. As an example, over this one city that's having an unusually high number of sightings, here's the breakdown. Apparently, 65% of the sightings are holographic in nature. 65% are reptilian and gray, holographically projected ships. 10% are holographic ships that have been projected by what people call the cabal or the powers that be, that are humans here on this planet that are working in cooperation with the Greys and reptilians. So now you've got 75% that are holographic projections. 12% are physical, reptilian, and gray craft. That's it. 12%. 13% of the remaining total are what people might consider to be clouds or orbs of light. And those would be Andromeda Council-based, Andromeda Council flagged, if you will, ships. They would be seen as clouds or orbs of light. So if the number's 13 for Andromeda Council and 12 for the Greys and Reptilians, the Andromeda Council still has them at least matched, and they're monitoring. They know exactly what they're doing. So, it's a long story, but the bottom line is the majority, 3/4 of the ships that people are seeing in the skies in this one area are holographic projections.
Now that leads me to the next question, which is a surprising possible answer, and that is, I was led to believe that you've had some communication from the Andromeda Council that disclosure, extraterrestrial disclosure, is not going to happen.
I think it would be incorrect to say that the Andromeda Council said disclosure is not going to happen. In this particular case, the statement of disclosure is not going to happen is my opinion.
Oh, okay.
It's my opinion because why should any government make a bold statement like that and put years of credibility or years of lies, one of the two, out to the public when people who are extraterrestrial are doing the job for them? Whether they're good extraterrestrials, some people call them benevolent with a B, like the people from the Andromeda Council and their affiliated planets, or whether they're malevolent, which would be the Greys and the Reptilians. There's certainly enough exposure and enough information out there for people who have an interest, for people who are interested in the subject matter. There's enough information out there that says that there's a strong possibility that intelligent life, in one form or another across the universe, exists. And there's enough visual representation that the subject matter of do ETs exist or not exist is really irrelevant given what's going on today and what's going to happen in the future. And what's going to happen in the future is, I've been told quite decidedly that there will be, there is a plan in place that's been put into place. It's been done based on a request that there will be scout craft from the Andromeda Council, which will touch down on Earth. Japan was slated first for contact, but the United States, and because of the radiation problems they've had from that March earthquake, the U.S., which was second, is now first in priority. And they're going to quietly touch down, and people from Andromeda Council flagged ships are going to touch down quietly. They're going to get out of their craft, they're going to walk around, they're going to visit with people. So the matter of public disclosure on the part of a government really is going to become irrelevant because ETs will take care of that themselves.
So this is going to be the ships from the Andromeda Council that will quietly begin to land, and the occupants come out and quietly mix with the people.
Right. There will be people from these 4 star systems in these planets, and I'll just name the planets: Ventra, Nicote, Teleka, and Rital. I think they're going to be roughly 3 to 4 people per craft will land quietly. This is not going to be a public display. This is not going to be mass sightings over a large city. This is not going to be a negotiation between one government and another. This is going to be a series of quiet visits. So they're going to land quietly, they're going to land discreetly, and they're going to get out and they're going to walk into suburban communities and they're going to walk into some cities and they're going to simply introduce themselves and have conversations with people.
And so I take it that this period of informal contact will not be opposed or resisted by, say, if they start with the United States, will it be in cooperation with the government? Is the government irrelevant? Is it, how's that going to work?
There is no formal government involvement that I've been made aware of. It is simply, it's a reintroduction of old friends and family